Alright guys, welcome to yet another vlog. Today we are in Vienna, Austria, taking a trip to Bratislava, Slovakia. We just came from Prague, Czech Republic, and back then Czech Republic and Slovakia used to be one country. Today's trip is gonna be a day trip. We'll be heading out at 8:15 and coming back at 8 o'clock at night. Let's take you along and show you what it's like to be in Bratislava, Slovakia. We are standing between platform 3 and 4. Our platform is 11, so it's all the way down there. Let's head towards our platform and wait for our train.
We have about 10 minutes until our train comes, but until then we're just gonna wait right here. It's pretty busy in this station. A lot of people are just getting off one train. I don't know where they're coming from, but a lot of people are just getting off. We're taking a train that's called OBB. It's about 1 hour from here. Paid about $60 to go to and from Bratislava, so that's not a bad day trip, especially if we're packing our food. It's pretty inexpensive to go to a different country from here. We're excited to see what that looks like, and this train ride's gonna go super fast. Our train came quicker than I expected, so we're gonna head to our carriage. It came a little early, I think, so we like to get on quickly or else the train is gonna leave you. 8:06, so early. It's currently 8:06. Usually they come a little closer to the departing time. Hopefully it's the right train. Okay, so we're confirmed with some local on the train that it is going to Bratislava, so we are on the right train, thankfully. Yeah, there's no signage. Usually you can see some numbers and stops that tells you where you're going, but there's nothing. So just a 1 hour ride, and we'll be right there.
Alright, time's 8:15. The train's departed on time. This is what the train looks like where we're sitting. Seats look a little old, a little outdated, but that's what they run between shorter distances. That's what I feel like, as long as it gets us there on time.
Alright guys, we have officially arrived in our fourth country. Oh my goodness, that train ride went super fast. We had 20 minutes to arrive when I last checked, and then all of a sudden we are arriving at the station. So officially in Slovakia. Let's go explore. We have a lot to show you. We don't have much time in this day, so let's head on to the town. So this is what the outside of the train station looks like. It's a little bit smaller in my opinion. I don't think it's a big one, and we are quite a bit further from the city. I think we're about a 15-minute bus ride because Old Town is where most of the sites are, so let's catch the next transportation and head there. We're new to this country. We're a little unfamiliar with the transportation and how it works, so we just went in their service station, and it looks like you can tap and pay here, so that's very convenient for us. We're not going to buy a ticket, we'll just tap and pay throughout our time here. Alright, looks like we found our tram number 1. Let's get going. Doesn't look like anybody is on it. I don't know if it's in service or not. There's nobody on it. Departs in 2 minutes. Yeah. This is the button that you push. I don't know. Looks like we gotta walk a little further and go to the actual stop. He's just resting there. Ooh, finally our tram is arriving. You can get inside and get warm. Oh, we gotta walk. They always do that. They go a little further on the station, then you have to walk. Alright, let's go. Let's get to the Old Town. The one thing that I noticed stepping off the train right away is that there's a lot of graffiti. I've seen graffiti in Europe, but there's a lot more here. So I don't know, but right now we're heading to the town. We have a little bit of a walk, but enjoying everything so far. As I mentioned, seeing the graffiti before, it does look a little underdeveloped compared to Vienna. I think we're coming from Vienna, so we're a little like familiar with the landscape and what everything looks like there. But it does look a little underdeveloped, not as clean as Vienna. But let's keep going into the city and maybe our impressions will change. Alright, we just hit our first destination here. We are in the main square and there's nobody here. I don't know if it's because we're here early in the morning or if this is not a touristy town, but nobody here. It's literally wide open. I could dance and nobody would know. Architecture here, yet again, is really amazing though. It's beautiful. But let's show you around and see where we end up.
Right, so just a few days ago we were in Czech Republic. We were in the capital city of Prague, and before 1993 Czech Republic and Slovakia, where we are sitting right now, used to be one country called Czechoslovakia. And after that split, I think Czech Republic did better in their economic sense, and Slovakians were the ones who took a hit. That's why we see it less developed than the countries around as compared to Czech Republic or Vienna that we are just coming from. There is a bunch of flags where I'm sitting right now. Right behind me I can see a Japanese flag. There is a EU flag, a French flag, a Slovakian flag. So I'm wondering if this area has a lot of immigration agencies or their embassies.
So Bratislava is also known for their statues that are scattered around the city. And we are going to go visit one right now, and I believe it's right around the corner. It's called Man at Work. So essentially, it's a soldier coming out of the sewer, and if you touch him, you get good luck. So let's go see if we can find him. All right, guys, I can see him. So if you touch his head, you get good luck. So let's go and do that. And look at the cute sign that they made for him. The construction sign that says Man at Work. And you can kind of see where everybody's been touching him right on the head there. All right, let me get some good luck for the day. Whew. This is such a cute little figure. Sanitizer. Coming across a very confusing vehicle. At first I thought it was a trolley, but now it's actually like a bus that looks like a trolley on wheels. So it looks like they do these for tours. Yeah, city tour. Look at all the flags on there. Look at all their flags. Pretty cool. This is where we're going right now. We're heading to the Blue Church. Firstly, I'm really excited to see this because it's very pretty. So let's head there. It is so cold here. But right now we have found the palace. This is another thing to do here in Bratislava. So it's really cold outside, so what we're going to do is seeing if we can go inside and explore it, warm up, but also really see what it is. Alright guys, I think we came the wrong way. There's a literal highway separating us from the palace, so looks like we got to take an underground tunnel. Let's find that and then head on over, but it doesn't look like you can go inside. It looks like there's guards that are guarding it. So let's get a closer look and see what we can do from here. There's a guy over there trying to wash off the graffiti on the wall. Like you can see, they tried washing it off, but it's not all the way off. A lot of graffiti here. Don't know why, but I didn't notice that in Vienna at all. This is the stairs that we had to take, the underground stairs, to go across that highway. It's very pretty. I don't think you could go inside though. Tell you how cold is it here. It is super cold. We were in Berlin in the start of this series and it was cold. Went to Prague, it was alright. Vienna is alright as well, but Bratislava is really cold today. I don't think this is something that you can go inside. You for sure can get a good look on the outside. Let's move on to something else to do here. So far we've only spent 2 hours here in Bratislava, Slovakia. I feel like we've already touched a lot of the things. A lot of the things to do and see are mainly in Old Town. We have the palace here. We also have the Bratislava Castle. But I feel like, we've done everything.
There's not much to do here.
I feel like this town is a lot smaller than I thought.
Especially we're coming from Vienna. seems pretty smaller because Vienna has a bunch of things to do and then feels like you can spend like a week over there. But here, even few hours feels just enough. I don't know what there is to do here because we didn't really look it up before coming here. We just like to go into the countries blind and not knowing much about it as long as they are, safe. I see a view of castle from where we are standing, so that's where we are headed next. Maybe we can go inside, spend some money, stay inside, stay warm. Let's see.
Over there is the castle. I'm not sure if you could see it, but in our earlier vlogs in this series, we were in Prague, Czech Republic. The castle there was beautiful, so I'm just really excited to see what this one looks like. It's 11:45 and we've made it to the castle, and inside the castle just always makes me laugh that there's cafes. Even though it's like a very big historical building, they still have cafes to try to commercialize it. Look at that. Souvenirs outside too. Take it back off. I feel like so far my impressions of this castle is we came from Prague in a vlog earlier in this series. Nothing compared to that. I wish we could have seen this view before we saw Prague's castle and the view from the castle, but because my expectations are pretty high after seeing that. There's another thing you can do here in Bratislava, and right behind me is the UFO tower. You can get some tickets to go up to see the views as well, but technically we're getting a free view right here, so there's no need for tickets. How lucky for us, we are here in Bratislava, Slovakia on a Tuesday, and apparently you can't go inside. It's all closed on Tuesday, so it's nice to at least got to see what it is. I think all of the exhibitions are closed. Ticket office is right here, and that is closed. So let's see if we can see anything else. I can see a big walkway that leads you around the castle, so let's see what else we can see here. Freezing my bunions off. We've been walking around the castle for about 20 minutes and I cannot move my lips or speak. So we found this cafe called Cafe Hexe. I'm gonna get a nice warm cappuccino. Laughing at how this is commercialized, and we're going to the commercialized thing right now. So let's go get some coffee.
It was a great coffee break indeed. We are warmed up. Spent about 20 minutes in there to warm up nice. We are going towards a cathedral that is nearby. It's about 10 minutes walk. So let's take you there and show you what this cathedral is like in Bratislava. This is what we were talking about earlier, that anywhere you go you'd see graffitis, vandalism, trash as well. So not really properly managed. Maybe they don't have as much funding as the other cities around in Central Europe, but this is probably the least tidiness and cleanliness that we have faced or seen in these countries that we have been to. So if I had to rate, this will be the least on the list. My honest opinion about the castle would be that if you had to go, make sure you go inside and see the museums and stuff. Just going for the view is not just enough. You need to go inside if you're going all the way up there.
It's not what I expected. I saw a lot of photos and videos and I had a lot more expectations for it. But I still like Bratislava. I'm so glad we got to experience another country in this series. So let's continue exploring.
Alright, looks like this is the cathedral in the back. That's the top, the green top we were seeing from up there. Alright, so walking towards the cathedral, we stepped into this walled city. Looks like these are called medieval city walls, and there is also their college of Bratislava here. So something interesting that we stumbled upon. Wasn't in our plan, but we are headed towards the cathedral right there in the back with the green top. This area actually looks great. Looks like, yeah, it looks like a walled city.
It feels more castle-y than the castle we just went to.
Yeah, right? The castle, in my honest opinion, the castle didn't impress me as much as I thought it would. It looked like a modern building to me, more than a castle. We are glad that we got to visit a different country. So it's so cool to me that you can just take a train for 50 minutes and be in a different country, staying in Vienna. I would always recommend you stay somewhere central that you can go to different countries, take a road trip, take a day trip, something like that, and make the most of your trip. Ooh. I don't know if you're allowed to record. I'll put my camera down for now. Right, heading out to the cathedral. It's called St. Martin's Cathedral here in Bratislava. Taking a bus to go to a next destination. Maybe you'll go sit down there, eat something, and move on from there. But this is the bridge that we saw from up there from the castle. That's the UFO tower. On our right is where the castle was, and on our left is where the old town is. So we have made our way towards the old town. That's where you can see the castle up there, and this is where we were. And those are the walls.
Oh, all right. Right behind me is Central Mall. It's one of their biggest malls here in Bratislava. We came here just to warm up and eat some food. And the mall for us is a good spot to eat. If you haven't seen our Berlin vlog in this series, we ended up eating in their mall as well. So let's go warm up, eat some lunch, and walk around the mall and explore. We are currently on the upper level of this mall, and we found a place to sit in the food court, so literally nobody cares if you're eating what you're eating. So that's super nice. So this is what we brought in. We brought it in a plastic bag, and this container was at our apartment. So this is filled with pesto pasta. Pesto pasta is shelf stable, so this is why we brought it. Look at it, it looks so good. So we're gonna devour this. Getting pretty hungry, and then go explore the mall and walk off our food. Really good. Alright guys, spent a decent amount of time in the mall. It is currently about 4 p.m. So it is super cold out right now. It's been very cold all day, but since it's nearing the nighttime, it's getting colder. We're currently headed to the main train station here in Bratislava to try to take a train back home. We have one scheduled for later, but right now, since we don't have anything left to do in the city, we're gonna try to take an earlier train home. So let's get to the train station, take a bus, and see you there. Alright, so these are the ticket machines that you can find all over the city. They're a little outdated compared to the ones that we've experienced in other European cities, but there's different rates across all of these, with the most expensive being 10 euros. And they do take tap and they take coin, so you can find these at all the stations. So our bus comes in about 1 minute, but the thing is, the train that we're trying to take at the station to go back to Vienna is at 4:45, and it's currently 4:29, and our bus ride is 10 minutes, so let's see if we can make it. It's gonna cut it close, but we'll try to make it. Guys, we're back at the main station, and we gotta hurry up just because our train is leaving in about 5 minutes. Let's go see if we can find where it's located and hurry up. Going up to our platform right now. It's still here. Oh my god. Let's go, 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 go. Woo. Oh my god. We made it. It's gonna leave in like 2 minutes. Oh, perfect. We made it. We officially made it to Vienna after that 1-hour train ride. We spent 6 hours in Bratislava, and it was a perfect day trip to go explore another country from Vienna. Vienna is a really good base to do other day trips as well, so definitely consider doing Bratislava as a day trip for yourself. Just wanted to explore another country, but I actually highly recommend it. Wish the weather was on our side a bit more. Thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned for the rest of our series. Check out our other vlogs if you haven't already. This marks our 4th country here in Central Europe. We're so excited to show you the rest of this series. Go follow along, and we'll see you in the next video.